Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Claudia Six. I am a relationship coach and a clinical sexologist, which basically means I'm a sex therapist. And I am also a TEDx speaker. I am an author, adjunct professor. I've been doing this for 30 years. So I know my stuff and I'm here to help you. So what we're going to talk about tonight is desire. Every time I am on a podcast or a radio show, somebody always calls in and asks about desire. So it's a very popular topic on people's minds. Do you want to feel less discouraged, less frustrated, less sad about desire issues in your relationship? I'm going to give you some insight, some info, and some tips on how to alleviate all that. So tonight we're talking about how to rekindle desire in a relationship. Sometimes a relationship starts off with plenty of, sexual connection and intimacy, and then it kind of fritters away and you don't really know why. I hear that so often from my clients. If this is something you can relate to, tap the little heart button. So the first point I want to make is that there is a big difference between desire and arousal. People often confuse the two. So I'm going to give you my little 2-minute soapbox talk about desire versus arousal. There are two separate things. Desire is the willingness to engage your partner sexually. Desire is the willingness to engage. Hi, everybody who's just joining us. Desire is the willingness to engage your partner. Desire is the willingness to get started and see where it's going to go. And you can come to desire from 3 different places. You can come to desire from your crotch, that horny, throbbing loins kind of feeling, gotta have it. And men have testosterone, so they tend to have more of that going on in their crotch. It's not good or bad, it's just different. We love men. You can also come to desire from your heart because you love this person or you care about them and you want to feel close to them and you want to wrap your arms and legs around them and smell them and taste them and feel intimate and connected with them. Or you can come to it from your head because you think it would be a good idea. It's been a while, it'd be a good idea to get it on. And it doesn't matter where you start. And it doesn't matter if one person starts in their crotch and the other person is like 50% in their heart and 50% in their head. It doesn't matter. It's about getting started. Arousal is what happens once things get underway. So the lubricating, the contorting, heavy breathing, the moaning, all that is arousal. So there's desire, which is the willingness to get started. And then there's arousal. And when I tell people this, they actually find it pretty freeing. It's like a whole new lens. And they're like, oh, I'm not broken. I operate on the premise that nobody is ever broken and nobody needs to be fixed. So, if you want to know more about this, type the word desire in the comments, and I will send you a free short video about desire versus arousal, so you can really get clear about this and understand this first point that I'm making. Okay, second point. In every relationship, whether it's about sex or where to go on vacation or having a baby or buying the patio set, there is always a high desire partner and a low desire partner. That's just the way it is. And you might be the high desire partner in your current relationship, and you might be the low desire partner in your next relationship. Hi Sherry, hi Sarah, nice to see you. So I want you to bear in mind that high desire and low desire are just positions in the system. That's a little psychobabble, just to say it's not like a terminal condition, and it's not something that is static. It's an indication of the dynamic in the relationship that you're in. High desire and low desire can change. It can also change in the same relationship. So, third thing I want to talk about is the causes of low desire. There are so many causes. So, sometimes a relationship starts off with high desire and then it diminishes. Sometimes there are built up resentments. Sometimes there's illness. There might be built up resentments. Sometimes, thanks for the comments, ladies. Sometimes there might be hormones. Sometimes, children are sex causes children, but children are the death of sex. And I see a lot of couples with young children where sex is just not happening anymore, and maybe it hasn't happened for a few years. So there's almost as many reasons for low desire as there are people, because it also depends on your life circumstances. Maybe you're burned out at work. Maybe you're exhausted. Maybe you know something about your partner's sexual history and you're like, oh, I can't compete with that. I'm not going there. Lots of reasons. So if you are struggling with low desire, there's a whole page about it on my website, drsix.net, drsix.net. But also, I want you to start asking yourself, how does this make sense? That you have low desire or that your partner has low desire. But mostly look at yourself, because it's very easy to point to the other person and say, oh, well, they're the one who's messed up. They're the one who's holding up the show. I want you to look at yourself and ask yourself how you might be contributing to the low desire in your relationship. And if you're not figuring it out, ask me. That's why I'm here. That's what I do. So if you want to have a free conversation about this, I'm offering a free chat, free consultation. So type the word free chat in the comments, and I will get in touch with you after the call. I'll reach out to you. So I think that's all I wanted to cover tonight. Thanks so much for listening in. And again, I'm Dr. Claudia Six, and we have been talking about low desire.